What's up, guys? My name is Robert Donaldson, and today we are back with episode number 18 of Rob's Best Bets for the date of December 15th, 2022. As always, you can find me on Twitter at RobDFB, and if you want more content like this in the future, definitely hit that like and subscribe button because it helps out a ton. And before we get into this video, let's recap yesterday's betting performance, and that's what I'm talking about. Amazing day of betting college hoops, and that just feels how it should be every night with college basketball. It's just been so up and down the past couple weeks, and it really felt like we've been right there the past couple weeks if some games just break our way. That said, we had a fun little slate today. We're gonna have a fun little slate tomorrow with some NFL mixed in with some college hoop action as well, and this is a chance for us to really flex our mid-major knowledge for these college basketball teams, so let's get right into this video. For our first pick of the day, we are taking a look at a matchup between Oregon State and Seattle, and this is an Oregon State team that we've shown a lot of love for this season in spots because of how competitive they've been against some quality opponents, and now we're seeing them going up against another quality opponent in a pick'em spot at home against Seattle. And listen, I say we just keep riding Oregon State until they show us they can't continue to grind out these types of games. Not going too crazy here, but for our first bet of the day, let's take Oregon State on the money line for 2 units. For our second bet of the day, we are taking a look at a matchup between UC Irvine and Santa Clara, and this I would say is probably my favorite game of the day just from a viewership perspective. 2 really good teams that have been really good over the years as well, and listen, I get it. Santa Clara just dropped a game at home against a good Portland State team. They're at home again. More than likely, you would say, I don't think they lose back-to-back at home. But that home environment for Santa Clara this past game against Portland State just was not there. And listen, UC Irvine is a very good team yet again this season. I don't mind taking them in a pick'em spot like this. So for our second bet of the day for 2 units, give me UC Irvine here on the money line, and if you shop around a little bit, you should be able to find some plus money odds here. Maybe nothing too crazy, but there should be some good value in the spot for you. For our third bet of the day, we are taking a look at a matchup between Elon and Presbyterian, and this is a midday game, kind of a standalone type of game, and both of these teams come into this matchup being ranked in the bottom 330s in terms of offensive efficiency, and I really just don't see any kind of scoring potential from these 2 teams. So for our third bet of the day, we are taking the under of 132 points for 3 units. Really just one of those games that you wouldn't want to even pay attention to on a normal slate. But I think we found an edge here that I really like, and we're going to ride with it for 3 units today. For our fourth bet of the day, we are headed over to the NFL, where we have the Seahawks being home dogs of 3.5 points against the 49ers and Brock Purdy. And listen, this has been one of the more fun rivalries in the NFL over the past decade or so, and I just don't see the angle on the Seahawks being home dogs. Listen, they just came off a bad loss against Carolina, but Carolina has been trending upwards. We are on the right side on that game as well, but I just don't see the Seahawks losing back-to-back home games, especially with how their defense is playing. So for our fourth bet of the day, give me the Seahawks plus 3.5 for 3 units, and let's even throw an additional unit down here on the money line as well. For pick number 5, we are traveling down I-24, where we have a matchup between Chattanooga and Middle Tennessee State in a true matchup of offense versus defense. With Chattanooga, you have a very good offense, top 100 in the country in terms of offensive efficiency coming in, and then you have Middle Tennessee State that has a top 100 defense, and on the other sides of the coin, not a great defense for Chattanooga, not a great offense for Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State is actually 334th in free throw percentage, and that's kind of the angle that I'm looking at this game with. I think this is going to be a tight game throughout. Middle Tennessee State is going to have to make their free throws. And listen, this isn't one of those official rivalry games where there's a lot of bad blood, but Chattanooga put it on them last season, and like I said, less than 2 hours down the road from each other. It was a crazy environment last season. I really do like the Chattanooga mocks in this game, getting the 5.5 points. So for our fifth bet of the day, give me Chattanooga for 5.5 points for 4 units for our fifth play of the day. All right, for our final play of the day, we have a matchup between Nichols State and Southeast Louisiana, and we're seeing Southeast Louisiana getting 8 points in this game, and I just don't see it. You know, they have a win over Wyoming. Yes, an injured Wyoming, but still a win nonetheless. And they also played really tough against Dayton, Colorado State, and they nearly beat Kennesaw State, who we know is a pretty good team as well. I just don't see Nichols State covering 8 points here. I don't even know if they win this game outright. When you look at last year, Southeast Louisiana won all 3 matchups against Nichols State. So for this game, give me Southeast Louisiana plus the 8, and we're also throwing an additional unit down here on the money line for a total of 5 units. All that being said, I want to thank you guys for checking out today's video, but no Twitter free play for today. Just not enough games for me to leave one off this video for you guys. That said, if you want to show some love, head on over to Twitter at RobDFB and drop a follow on there. And be sure to leave a like on this video as well and subscribe to the channel. And also comment any picks you have down below. I love seeing those pop up, and I actually end up rooting for those throughout the day as well. I make note of them and kind of cheer alongside you as if I have money riding on that same bet. That said, let's have another great day tomorrow and carry that momentum into the weekend. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.